A Second Chance is a dress boutique that buys and sells used homecoming, prom, pageant, and formal dresses. Young women are constantly under the pressure to purchase designer dresses for formal occasions that happen yearly. These dresses can be extremely expensive, and most young women do not have a budget for these extreme prices. Secondly, after wearing these beautiful gowns, the women are faced with the burden of trying to resell these expensive outfits to receive money for them. They use social media sites such as Facebook and Craigslist, where their transactions are often so unprofessional that scams occur often. This was because it was not done professionally. A Second Chance will buy these dresses from customers and then resell them online and at their store in Chicago. This would solve two problems: designer dresses for cheaper costs without losing the dress shopping experience, and professional transactions for young women looking to resell their dresses. The demographics for my customers would be young women between the ages of 13 and 22 years old. I chose this group because they are most likely to be going to formal events where they would wear these types of dresses. For the demographics of my company, I used information from the 2015 United States Census. From this data, I found that about 6.49% of the United States population were women between the ages of 13 and 22, which would mean the largest scale of customers we would appeal to would be around 20 million. Since I want my company to have a storefront in Chicago, the population of women between the ages of 13 to 22 would be approximately 170,000. With that being said, not all of these women in the demographics will fit the psychographics. The psychographics of my customers will include young women who attend formal events such as school dances, young women living near the poverty line, with limited income, and young women who have an interest in designer clothing. This would narrow down the amount of customers dramatically. For the industry I analyzed, IBIS World, in looking at industries that I could find that were around the idea of my business, because they did not have prom dress stores or second-hand prom dress stores. I focused on bridal stores, thrift stores, and women's clothing stores. Bridal stores had a profit of over $26,000, with a revenue of $1 million and an annual projected growth of negative 0.1% between the years of 2016 to 2021. Thrift stores had a profit of $43,000, with a revenue of $200,000 and an annual growth rate of 1.4%, while women's clothing stores had a profit of $57,000, a $200,000 revenue, also and a negative 0.4% annual growth rate between the years of 2016 and 2021 also. Something that would draw a competitive edge that I had planned on doing was having an on-site seamstress that could tailor our dresses to fit the woman that wanted them perfectly. The way I plan to accommodate my customers is by local advertisement at first, and then I plan to make their experience at the store one of a kind, so that they know that they are valued. I plan to be extremely active on social media and having photo shoots with customers who come in so I can advertise the dresses. In order to grow my business, I would hope through word of mouth, but also after a few years of having the business, I would have small fashion shows in the store. Models could be customers, and they would be given tickets that family and friends could come to. My storefront in Chicago would be primary distribution channel, but I would also have a web page that dresses can be bought online. This would make my customer base so much more broad than just keeping it to the Chicagoland area customers. The primary revenue stream that my business would have would be the customers buying the actual product, which would be transactional. A secondary revenue stream that my business would have is the seamstress that I plan to have on site. Anyone would be able to come and have their dresses hemmed, even if they do not buy their dresses from us. For this side, I have all of the money that I'm planning on spending for making up the business. So different things that the store needs, such as cash registers. We need to fill it up. We need rugs. We need paint. We made it to look pretty because obviously it's a store. So the next question is it a go or no? I would have to say no because the profit on it would not be enough to support me. So if I was planning on having a side job, maybe. But if you take away the storefront, it would be a for sure go because you would lose all those other extra costs. But would you get the advertising out as much because through word of mouth? No, you would be missing that experience that I had been talking about the entire time. So I would say it's a no.